Okay, here we are. We're going to be going over custom descriptions, event pictures, and customizable localization for events to make your flavor dynamic. So, this is an event. This is a Zorgo event. Here is a normal description. So, you can find the description here, and you see it's just a bunch of words. So say I wanted this to be dynamic. In Sublime, my Sublime tools, you can just do control space and you'll get everything for the events. And you come down here to this desk underscore extended and you expand it and it'll pop up that whole block for you. This is all you need to make dynamic descriptions. And then you obviously remove the old one because you don't need two descriptions. So what this does is, say I want this event, so this block here, it picks the first valid description that it finds, which trigger is true. So say I culture so say I wanted this description. That would probably be the worst way to do that, actually. Yeah, you would do it like this. Say I wanted this description to fire if you were only Hellenic, and I wanted this second description to fire if your culture group was Chinese. And then you can just keep adding more and more and more, and you can do as many of these as you want with as many triggers as you want. Since it's first valid, at the end you should probably always have a base case, just so there is always at least a description so it doesn't show up blank. You make these like this. And then you just have to go in here, copy all of these, go back to your event, and just, give them localization like you would with a normal description. So that is the custom descriptions.
Easy enough.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Just, all you have to do is use this, not like that, like this, and then fill in the triggers and add more if you want. So now we'll look at dynamic event pictures. So say we're going along with this. I'm going to flesh out this example. Oh boy. So we have three descriptions, a Hellenic one, a Chinese one, and one that's just going to fire for everybody that's not Hellenic or Chinese. So now, say I wanted to set up the picture to where it was the same kind of thing. You would come into an event pictures file. This is the vanilla one. These are vanilla examples. So you see the logic here is very similar. I'm going to copy one of them, and we're just going to make a new one down at the bottom here. We'll delete it later. So say I want this to be the Zorgo event to pick event picture. You can come here, change the event theme. This is basically just what sound plays when the event shows up. There's just a lot of different ones. Some of them are kind of cool. Hubbub. So what you'll do is you'll come here and copy your triggers in. And as you can see, it'll give you a different event picture based on your culture, just like it'll give you a different description based on your culture here. And these can literally be any triggers too, right? So, I mean, it doesn't have to be culture, it can be religion, anything that's a trigger, which is a lot of things.
Very cool.
It is. There's like a lot you can do with this. As you can see, there's also, if you go into this OO event pictures file in the vanilla game, here, there's a good amount of ones that you can already go with. So if you're making like a religious event, you can use this Shrine City. If you're making a war event, war council, council country, that's another good one. This one, city province, you'll want to use a lot. You probably already use that a lot. City country, same kind of thing. So they have some of these set up already. Speaking of this, in Invictus, we need to add more culture groups to these to make them more effective. That's off topic though. So once you made your event picture, you can just go into here and make it the picture, and then it'll work. So that's event pictures and dynamic descriptions. They're pretty easy. You get those? I think you do.
I do.
I
sure do.
Okay. So now we're going to look at customizable localization, which is actually not easy. It's a little bit confusing. So make sure to pay attention. Here is an example of a custom localization file. This was one for a mission task. So we're going to make a new one, and we're going to make it for this. So say I wanted not only the description to be dynamic, but I also wanted the title of the event to be dynamic. This is possible with custom loc. You can also make the event options names dynamic. Really any text in the entire game can be dynamic with this same trigger formula that you see here using custom loc. So let's make one. Don't write that out, just copy it. I don't know why I put brackets like that. So here's a simple example. We're gonna redo the same logic we did for those event pictures and the other one, and the dynamic description. Okay, so you can see this is literally the same thing that we had in our event picture. It's the same thing that we had here. I mean, it's practically the same script, except we have, so this is the name of the custom loc. This is the type of the custom loc. It can be either country, state, or province. I lied. Country, province, or character. State will not work. Here's some examples of vanilla custom locs. I wanted to look at this before we made ours. I kind of got off track there. So here is festival type. This is going to return, so say you're getting a random festival, it's going to return the festival name. So you see the name of the custom loc is declared here, and then there's localization keys inside of each text block. Only one text block is selected and one localization key. So let's look at how it looks in the loc file. So here we have an event. It's scheme.17, and it says a grand root.getCountry.custom, and then you put the name of your custom loc here, which you can see it's festival type. So and then it fills in based on the trigger. It'll fill in that text, and you can see just below where it's called here, our localization keys: Saturnalia, Pinus B, Mares. I didn't pronounce that right. They're all declared here. Not all of them. They should all be here, but they're not. So they're just separate loc keys, and it'll basically call this function and insert that loc key where you want it. Yep.
That is
custom
incredible.
loc. So let's finish the one that we made. We're here. We've made it. We made the trigger, the name, each key. So we'll go into here and say I want it to be a curious these are always confusing. And then, so I'm saying a blank custom loc, whatever it returns, curious discovery. So I want this to be like kind of seamless, right? So I'm going to remove the spaces on both sides and then put it in the inner key. So you copy all of these because they need to be defined. Those are just loc keys. Do one of those. Our first trigger was Hellenic, so we're going to say Hellenic. And then this one is Chinese. We need the spaces because that's how I did it. And then this one's just going to be blank. I don't know why I did it like that. That's fucking stupid. Don't do that. It would just be like this. No. I did do it right. This is where it's confusing because you're inserting the key, so you need to figure out the spacing. So I just need one space here, and then two on each side here. There we go. And that's it. So this will say a Hellenic curious discovery, a Chinese curious discovery, or just a curious discovery, based on what culture you are. And you can use all of these together. You can use dynamic descriptions, dynamic pictures, and customizable localization together to make your events more flavorful. Yep, that's
Great.
all I got.
Thank you very